Hi, BB Gang. Welcome back to Pundit Habibi.
Matchday 17.
Matchday 17 coming up, and
It's going to be a good one.
oh, this is going to be a good one. Let me tell you, this deep dive's a banger.
Absolutely.
Opta has given us some shockers.
Some interesting ones for sure.
Yeah, and we're going to go through all 10 games.
All 10? Let's do it.
But the one that I think that's going to have everybody talking is Liverpool versus Tottenham.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
We're going to get to that, but Opta's predicting a Tottenham win.
Oh, spicy.
It's going to be chaos.
It's the Premier League. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's right. But first, we're going to start off with Manchester City versus Aston Villa.
Interesting one.
Yeah, this is, I think, very telling about City's season so far.
Yeah, they've had a bit of a wobble, haven't they? 5 losses in their last 7 Premier League games.
Which is unheard of for Pep Guardiola.
For any Pep side, really.
So what do you think is going on there?
I think there's probably a few things at play. You know, maybe some tactical tweaks that haven't quite worked. Maybe a couple of key players not quite at their best.
Yeah, it could be some injuries.
Could be some injuries as well.
And, you know, I think the mental side of things can't be underestimated.
Yeah, once that aura of invincibility starts to fade even a little bit, it can be tough to get it back.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Aston Villa, they beat City last season 1-0.
They did. They got the blueprint.
So, you know, they're coming into this match thinking,
You do this again.
yeah, and that belief is dangerous.
Absolutely. And they've got the attacking players to hurt City on the counterattack.
Especially if City's defense is not, 100%.
Yeah, if they're not at their sharpest, Villa could definitely take advantage.
So Opta's giving City the edge in terms of win probability.
43.7%.
But a Villa win or a draw are both very possible.
30.5 and 25.8% respectively.
Okay, so let's move on to another game that I think has the potential for fireworks. Brentford versus Nottingham Forest.
The Bees.
Brentford have been very good at home this season.
A fortress.
Yeah.
They've made life difficult for some of the big boys.
Yeah, and I think their press is relentless.
Absolutely. They never give you a moment's peace.
And, they've got a knack for scoring late goals.
Which is always a good sign.
Always a good sign. So what's interesting about Brentford is that they've actually maintained their identity even after losing Ivan Toney.
Yeah, that's testament to the manager, Thomas Frank. They've built a system that's bigger than any one player.
Yeah, it's bigger than any one player. So Nottingham Forest, they've been up and down this season.
A bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
They can be resilient, but they also have a tendency to leak goals.
Yeah, and I think this is one where Brentford's probably the favorite at home.
I'd agree with that.
But a draw is not out of the question.
No, not at all. Forest can be very tough to break down, especially on the road.
Yeah, and if they could frustrate Brentford's attack and, maybe nick a goal from a set piece.
You never know.
You never know.
All right, up next we have Ipswich Town taking on Newcastle.
The Magpies flying high this season.
Newcastle's looking good.
That attacking trio of Callum Wilson, Alexander Isak, and Miguel Almiron is a nightmare for defenders.
Oh, yeah, they're on fire.
They're absolutely on fire.
But Ipswich?
They're not going to roll over.
No, they've got that home support.
That Portman Road roar.
Portman Road's going to be rocking.
And they'll be hoping to disrupt Newcastle's rhythm.
Yeah, I think what's going to be crucial for Ipswich is that they don't get overawed by the occasion.
Absolutely. They need to play with confidence.
Play with confidence.
Stick to the game plan and take their chances when they come.
Now, this next one, West Ham versus Brighton. Even Opta is scratching their head on this one.
Yeah, this is a tough one to call. Both teams have been so unpredictable this season.
Yeah, West Ham, they've got that physicality. They've got that direct approach. Brighton, very possession-based, intricate passing.
Right.
Yeah, it's a real clash of styles.
So I'm really interested to see what kind of tactical battle we get between David Moyes and Roberto De Zerbi.
Yeah, is Moyes going to try to stifle Brighton's midfield, or is he going to go toe-to-toe with them?
And De Zerbi, does he tell his players to just dominate possession from the start? Or do they take a more cautious approach?
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions. It's a coin toss.
Could go either way.
All right, next up we have Crystal Palace taking on the league leaders, Arsenal.
The Gunners.
Arsenal's been playing some great football.
They've been a revelation this season.
Yeah, their attack is so fluid and dynamic.
And their defense has been rock solid.
So they're coming into this match as the heavy favorites.
They are.
But Crystal Palace is no pushover.
Not at all. They're on a 5-match unbeaten run.
And they've got that Wilfried Zaha and Ebereki Eze on the counterattack.
Those two can cause problems for any defense.
So I think this is going to be a really interesting tactical battle between Mikel Arteta and Patrick Vieira.
Two very astute managers.
Yeah. Arteta's turned Arsenal into an attacking machine.
He has.
And Vieira's instilled a real belief in this Palace side.
They're a tough team to beat these days.
I think this one might come down to a moment of individual brilliance. Can Zaha unlock the Arsenal defense? Or will one of those Arsenal attackers like Saka or Martinelli, produce a moment of magic?
It's going to be fascinating to watch.
It's going to be fascinating to watch.
I'm looking forward to this one.
All right, moving on to Sunday's fixtures. Chelsea, they're making the trip to Goodison Park to face Everton.
The Toffees.
So Chelsea, under their new manager, they seem to have found their winning formula again.
They have. They're looking much more dangerous going forward.
And they're going to be pushing for a top 4 finish.
Absolutely.
But Everton, even though they've been struggling,
they can be a tough nut to crack at home.
Especially at Goodison.
They'll be fighting for every inch of turf.
They will?
And they've got players like Seamus Coleman and Dominic Calvert-Lewin who can make life difficult for any opponent.
Yeah, Everton's always had that never say die attitude.
Exactly.
So what do they need to do to get a result here?
I think they need to start strong. Put Chelsea under pressure from the outset, disrupt their passing rhythm, force them into mistakes.
Yeah, and capitalize on any set pieces.
Set pieces are always a threat.
Now, this next one, Opta's really confident about this Fulham hosting Southampton.
The Cottagers.
Fulham has been one of the surprises of the season.
They've been excellent.
I love watching them play.
Yeah, Marco Silva has got them playing some really attractive football.
Their attacking quartet, Mitrovic, Pereira, De Cordova, Reed, Willian.
It's a joy to watch.
They're scoring goals for fun.
They are.
And Southampton, they're still trying to find their identity under their new manager.
It's been a tough start for them.
Yeah, that lack of cohesion and direction has been evident in their performances.
Definitely.
So Fulham has got to be the favorite for this one.
I think so. They're at home. They're in form. They're full of confidence.
It's hard to see anything but a Fulham win. All right, next up we have a relegation 6-pointer. Leicester City versus Wolves.
This is a big one.
This is huge.
Both teams desperately need a win.
Yeah, Leicester, they've shown some signs of improvement under Brendan Rodgers.
They have, but they need to start picking up points.
And Wolves, they are in free fall.
5 straight defeats.
Yeah, the pressure's mounting on Julian Lopetegui.
A loss here, and he might be out of a job.
So both teams are going to be desperate for a win.
It could be a very tense affair.
Yeah, I think this one could be decided by one moment of brilliance or one costly mistake.
Absolutely.
So what do you think the key for Leicester is?
They need to rediscover their attacking spark. They've struggled to score goals this season.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy's still a threat, but he needs some help.
He does. He can't do it all on his own.
And for Wolves?
They need to tighten up at the back. They've been leaking goals like a sieve.
Yeah, that's their biggest problem right now.
Absolutely.
All right, Habibi gang, we're getting close to the end of our Matchday 17 preview. Up next, Manchester United hosting Bournemouth.
They're Red Devils.
So Manchester United, even though they've been inconsistent this season, they're still pushing for a top 4 finish.
They are.
And they'll be expecting to win this one.
On paper, they should.
But Bournemouth, they always seem to cause upsets.
Especially against the big teams.
They do. They like playing the role of spoiler.
They do. And they've got some dangerous attacking players in Solanke, Brooks, and Anthony.
Yeah, their new manager has got them playing with a real attacking intent.
They're not afraid to go toe-to-toe with anyone.
Yeah, so United, they're going to have to be wary of that counterattacking threat.
Absolutely. They can't afford to be complacent.
All right, and finally, the main event.
The
match that everybody's talking about, Liverpool versus Tottenham.
This is the one.
This is the one that Opta has flagged as the potential upset of the weekend.
Tottenham to win.
Tottenham to win. Now, Liverpool, on paper,
should win this comfortably.
They are the league leaders.
They are.
They've got an incredible squad.
And they've been in fantastic form.
Yeah, their attack is arguably the best in the league.
Led by the one and only Mo Salah.
And Mo Salah, he is on the verge of making history.
If he gets one more assist in this match.
One more assist. He becomes the first player to ever reach double figures for goals and assists before Christmas in a single Premier League season.
That's incredible.
Incredible stuff. But Tottenham?
They can be a different animal against the top sides.
Yeah, they seem to raise their game.
They do. And they've got the attacking firepower to hurt any team in the league.
Kane and Son.
Deadly duo.
Deadly duo. And they've got a new manager, Ange Postecoglou.
He's done a great job so far.
Yeah, he's instilled a new belief in that squad.
And they're playing with a real swagger.
So tactically, this is going to be fascinating.
Klopp versus Postecoglou attack versus attack.
Two of the most attack-minded managers in the league.
It's going to be a spectacle.
I think the big question is, how does Tottenham approach this defensively?
Yeah, do they sit back and absorb the pressure, or do they press high and try to disrupt Liverpool's rhythm?
Big decision for Postecoglou.
It could decide the game.
You know, what's interesting is that Liverpool has dominated Tottenham in recent years.
They have.
But this Tottenham side feels different.
They do. They have a different energy about them.
Yeah, they're not afraid of anybody.
This could be a very close game.
It could go either way.
Liverpool have the quality and experience.
But Tottenham have the momentum and the belief.
It could come down to a single moment of brilliance or a defensive error.
And that's what makes this Matchday 17 so exciting.
Absolutely. Anything can happen.
We've got potential upsets galore.
Tactical battles that will have the pundits buzzing.
And enough drama to keep us glued to our screens all weekend.
I can't wait.
Me neither.
Should be a good one.
All right, Habibi gang. So what are your predictions for Matchday 17? Are you siding with Opta and predicting a Tottenham upset?
Or do you think Liverpool will keep rolling?
Let us know in the comments below.
I'm excited to see how it all unfolds.
Me too. I'm particularly intrigued by that Manchester City versus Aston Villa match.
Yeah, that one could have big implications for the title race.
And, of course, all eyes will be on Anfield for that Liverpool-Tottenham clash.
Can Liverpool handle the pressure?
Or will Tottenham pull off the upset of the season?
It's going to be epic. And let's not forget their manager, Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah.
He's instilled a new belief in that Tottenham side.
He's done a great job.
They're playing with a swagger that we haven't seen in years.
So tactically, this is going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Klopp versus Postecoglou.
Attack versus attack.
Two of the most attack-minded managers in the league.
It's going to be a spectacle.
Yeah. I think the big question is, how does Tottenham approach this defensively? Do they sit back and try to absorb the pressure?
Yeah.
Or do they go toe-to-toe with Liverpool and try to disrupt their rhythm?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a tough one for Postecoglou to decide.
It could make or break the game.
It really could. You know, what's interesting is that Liverpool has dominated Tottenham in recent years.
Yeah, they have a good record against them.
But this Tottenham side feels different.
They do. They've got a different energy about them.
Yeah, they're not afraid of anybody.
It's going to be a close one, I think.
It could go either way.
Yeah, Liverpool have the quality.
The experience.
The Tottenham have the momentum.
And the belief.
Yeah, it could come down to a single moment of brilliance.
Or a defensive howler.
A mistake.
A mistake.
A VAR decision, you never know.
You never know. And that's what makes this Matchday 17 so exciting.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
The Premier League, baby.
We've got potential upsets left and right.
Tactical masterclasses.
Enough drama to keep us on the edge of our seats all weekend.
I'm already excited.
Me too. So, Habibi gang, what are your predictions for Matchday 17?
Yeah, let us know.
Are you siding with Opta and predicting a Tottenham upset?
Or do you think Liverpool are going to keep rolling?
Let us know in the comments below.
I can't wait to see how it all plays out.
I'm really intrigued by that Manchester City versus Aston Villa match.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Could have huge implications at the top of the table.
Absolutely.
And of course, all eyes will be on Anfield for that Liverpool versus Tottenham clash.
Yeah, the big one.
Can Liverpool handle the pressure?
Or
will Tottenham pull off the upset of the season?
It's going to be epic.
It's going to be epic. And remember, Habibi gang will be back throughout the week to break down all the action.
Analyze the tactics.
Dissect the key performances.
We'll be your one-stop shop for everything Premier League.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Turn on those notifications.
And join the Habibi gang for daily doses of footballing goodness.
We'll be diving deep into the stats.
Debating the talking points.
And having a laugh along the way.
Until then, Habibi gang, keep the faith, keep the passion, and keep those predictions coming.
We'll see you soon.
We're your trusted source for all the latest news analysis and banter.
The best in the business.
From the Premier League.
Premier League experts right here.